Sulky iron-on transfer pens, are they worth it? Let's find out. Hey, it's Pam from Ben with Fuzzy Lugs and it's a Wednesday, so it must be a review day. Every Wednesday I make review videos for supplies and equipment that I use in my needle felting and crafts. So if this is something that's useful for you, don't forget, hit the thumbs up and come back every Wednesday. So today I wanted to share with you these Sulky iron-on transfer pens, which is a total bizarre name. Sulky, like you want your product to be about a teenager having a bit of a strop. It's a sulky pen. What I use these for is in my 2D felt paintings. This is my latest, which stay tuned because next Thursday I should have the video edited of this. Hopefully you recognise her. This is Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I use the 3D pen to transfer the image onto my felt to basically make myself a paint by numbers to fill in the spots, to fill in the gap. What I want to say though is if you want to use another artist's work or very much licensed characters like Disney or anything like that, if it's just something you want to practice on for your own private enjoyment and learning experience, then that's perfectly okay. But you can't sell these to other people. This is not your own work. So just be aware of that. Sally's just for me. I'm not going to be selling her in my shop or anything. So all I do with these pens to get the image onto the felt is first of all I find an image on my computer that I like the look of. So I get the original image and then on photo editing software I flip the image so it's a mirror image of the final picture that I want. And then you can use tracing paper. I just use greaseproof baking paper because that's what I've got in the house, and lay it on top of the image and I trace her out. Just go over the whole thing as you'll hopefully be able to see me doing in the B-roll just now. This Sulky pen is actually really quite easy to use and produces a much finer line than I anticipated. Like a lot of pens, you can shake it up to mix the ink. You can hear there's something inside there that rattles about, and the nib can press down to allow some extra ink to come out. So if you're just starting with a pen, it's good to have an extra piece of paper at the side so that you could get a wee press, or if you've got an area that's going to have a lot of ink, then I would do the pressing into that. But after a couple of goes, the pen just seemed to work perfectly and normally. So sketch as much or as little detail as you want, and then you're just going to transfer that onto your fabric. I'm just using white acrylic felt from the craft shop. It's in metre sized strips and I just cut off a bit the size I want. And then you're going to take your traced image, place it face down onto your material and iron it on a fairly hot iron. Your pens usually come with directions and take a bit of practice. It helps if you tape your image down onto the fleece so it doesn't move a little bit, because I've had that sometimes and you get kind of double lines and stuff. And just iron nice and slowly over, but making sure obviously you don't leave the iron sitting so long so that you burn something, but just nice easy iron over the fabric. And then you have your image transferred. And I found fantastic. It basically seems like the ink is melting off of the greaseproof paper and onto the surface. So the lines appear actually thicker and bolder than you drew them, and it looks pretty cool. It's really easy. It's just a couple of seconds with the iron and there you go. So very much Ben McFuzzy Lugs approved. I haven't used any other kind of iron-on transfer pens, just this one Sulky one, but I'm really happy with it. It's so easy. It could also be useful if you were doing some kind of freehand embroidery, or even if you wanted to draw onto something. These come in different colours as well, which would be pretty handy. I haven't tested it on many fabrics. You probably wouldn't want to use it on a fabric that couldn't take much heat, that might melt a bit, but otherwise it's pretty cool. I will leave a link in the comments below to where I got these pens. This is just to my Amazon affiliate store. It doesn't cost you a penny, but just helps me a little bit if you were going to purchase them. Obviously, no pressure. Anyway, I hope that all helped. If you do get onto making any 2D paintings and using your Sulky pen, please give us a look at the pictures. I would love to see them. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you enjoyed this, and come back every Wednesday, and I will see you next week.